Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
Don't matter what you say to me, all I know is that I've got to be free from the things you do. It will all come back to you. Break stride, sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and other folks alike. I hope you all are doing well. It is 4:20 right now. Hope y'all are doing well. Yeah. You were listening to the Midnight Ramen livecast. I almost said radio show, which would have been very freaking old. But yeah. Hey, Casey, happy 420 to you too. He used the first one in the chat, and he redeemed the first bit emoji, which you can catch on my stream as I record these live on twitch.tv/MeltTheLyricOriginal, or you can watch the VOD on YouTube. Same thing. It's Melt the Lyric Original, all one word, capitalize the M in melted, the L in lyric, and the O in original, and you're good to go. I also have a TikTok. I need to do more stuff on there, though. I mean, I think the recent thing I done was like a pack of March of the Machines for Magic the Gathering. I need to do other stuff. I had an idea that I wanted to do for a TikTok that I was trying to do last week, but it didn't work. With the like, what's the weather to get back home? And then it didn't work. And so I got mad at my phone and I just like, I didn't do it. And now it's like kind of temperate for what time of the year it is. But whatever. It is what it is. But yeah. So anyways, yeah. I mean, it's been a crazy week because like in like literally the span of a week, it went from being like in the 80s to like it went from like the couple days went from being like in the 80s to snowing. It was crazy. It was absolutely nuts. But that like all of it melted. I think it happened on Friday night. It happened on like Friday night and then it melted by I want to say Saturday or Sunday. It was all gone. Like you could not tell that it snowed at all. It was nuts. But it's been raining off and on yesterday to today. When I was like going into work, I basically had my like wipers like going. Like they weren't stopping. It was going crazy. I need to get them replaced though because like they're starting to, at least one of them starting to show its wear and tear. And my back wiper, I need to just get replaced because like I don't think I've replaced it since I got the car. So that tells you that I need to get it. I need to swap it out. Oh, it's been worse. Although I think someone might have done it. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I don't think it was swapped out. Although it could have been. Now I'm like I gotta check, but I can't. But yeah. It is the 420 episode. I don't really have it is the 420 episode. It's literally 420. Widowy, it's 420. I'm not cute. I'm going crazy. Dude, I have no like crazy pot stories and stuff like that. But like I haven't done it because I'm not, but like would I? Yeah, sure, why not? Sure. I think it's kind of weird in this day and age that it's so accepted to be doing it. Widowy 420? That like I think that in this day and age that it's a criminal offense to have like a certain amount, even though like there's worse offenses to have, you know? There's a lot worse. I think the thing that's super scary that can potentially happen, especially with, if you're doing any kind of drug nowadays. I don't really know about alcohol because like you really have to try to get that to happen. But um a lot of stuff is getting like laced with fentanyl, which is not cool. It's like I get the idea. It's like you're supposed to like if you have enough, it's very addictive, and the people that would like take it would like, oh, I want more, I want more. But you mess up the how much you have of it, and you all of a sudden kill it. Legalized and regulated, yeah. And I think weed, if it were to be not cool and scary, legalized and regulated is a lot safer. Yeah, I think if it's legalized and regulated, kind of like alcohol, I think we like Colorado and stuff like that, I think is a good tester, or even California. But I think Colorado definitely shows that there's one, a market, and two, a way to make it feasible, that it's not like, you know, damaging to society. Which, like, if you think that's a thing, come on, get with the times. Um, and like stoner shit has been like a thing for decades, like decades. Like, there's a reason that there's like a genre of film called like stoner comedy. It's because what it is. Like Cheech and Chong literally are like yeah, everyone's parents like Cheech and Chong. Everyone's doing it. It's like what? Like come on. Like, and you're trying to like enforce this upon us? Like, bruh. And like it's people like that age too that like lawmakers and whatever. They're like, oh, I don't want to make it. Meanwhile, like back in the 60s and 70s when they were like, you know, 20, like, in their teens, 20, 30, 20, like early 20s at most, they were getting stoned out of the fucking bejesus. Or some of them definitely were. It's like, shut the hell up. There's definitely a lot worse things. And again, like with fentanyl and stuff like that, it's crazy dangerous. If that were to get into any weed, oh fuck. Oh fuck. It's like you're not strong. You're like nobody's built. You're if you're built different like the meme, it's like you're no, you're not. No, you're not. And I think I already did talk about fentanyl once before on the show. I think I did. I think I did. But that's the scary thing. It could happen. Um, if it's not like regulated and stuff like that. Uh, I don't know if you could do FDA stuff with it. You probably could, but like the way that people grow it and stuff like that, it's like very organic, and like literally got to be in certain places and all that. I mean, you could like quote unquote farm it and like do brand sales, but it's more like better if you do it local. I mean, like not like I don't know what I'm trying to think of. Not like big brand deal like, Budweiser or something like that. It's more to do with like small local like local brews or stuff like that. So like if that sounds correct. I think that's what I'm trying to get at. Sure. Sure. And so I think it's a little bit harder there. That could also be part of the issue is that regulating and stuff like that is going to be hard, especially for businesses like no corp like I don't think there's going to be a corporation that's going to be like selling it like huge, and especially like having farms of it. there's there's no place in the US that you can really get that I can think of that can have it without like have a farm without having it be raided by people that want to smoke it. And also the variety too, which is very interesting, very interesting. But yeah, I think I think I'll save some one of the stories that I had. Um, I wasn't doing it, but I'll save that for later, because like I got a topic that I actually want to talk about, and it's crazy that I actually want to talk about something, uh, and I actually had a plan of what I wanted to do. Now this might be a little bit weird and very just turn right off onto a cliff transition. But like I've been in less than a week, I've been seeing a lot of videos and stuff like that on just social media, just talking about Chris Tyson from Mr. Beast, like about like although technically I don't think Chris really cares about what pronouns they go by. I'm gonna try my best because like that it's a very touchy subject because especially with that, some people don't really care, other people do. So I'm gonna try to do it as best as I can. If I mess up, whoops. Everyone's learning, nobody's perfect. I'm gonna preface it with that. Yes. And I'm gonna like continue. It's like, hey, nobody's perfect, blah 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 blah. You know, if I'm in the wrong, and it could possibly be a little bit at some points, just know everyone's growing. Everyone has different opinions. Everyone has different this and this and that. Blah 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 blah. There. So I think the whole situation about it. So Chris Tyson's like one of the main people, one of his main buds on when Mr. Beast does videos. It's just basically helping out, doing stuff, filming like on like in videos, stuff like that. And as of like he was married, but then soon after he's like started taking his mental health seriously, and now he got to the point where he started taking well, I can't remember what it's technically called, but uh, tra- gender hormones. I can't remember what the technical term is. I know it, but I can't remember what exactly it's called, and I might remember it later. But HRT, yeah, he's going through HRT. I think like I think earlier this month it was his second month doing it, or their month again. I yeah. So like it's their second month doing it, and I know like I feel like there's the main reason it's become like a huge topic, or at least from what I've seen, is that uh Sunny V2 made like a drama video about it. And it's like, oh, how's it gonna affect the Mr. Beast channel from now on? It's like I don't think it will. It's like, and I think it shouldn't, because it really shouldn't. I think there's a lot of I think it will now because there's a lot of traction and a lot of like people trying to milk it because just for clout and for money and for just to hop on the bandwagon and talk about it and have an opinion. I say that as I'm doing it right now, but like I honestly think that it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I mean, not in like a way that like, oh, we should be like pointing fingers and stuff like that. No, I think we should be accepting of what he wants to do, of what they want to do, the progress that they're making, uh, and whatever. If they're gonna go full on, go and have like a surgery to do that, that's cool. I know people that are that are transgender. I know actually quite a few. Um, Two really come to mind because I know from college. Uh, um, but I don't want to say names because I'm not gonna say names. But I know two of them. One of actually I might promote one because I know one of them's a streamer, and they do pretty good content. Now and for as long as I've known him, she she's she's been putting up very good content. Um, but yeah, so like I think the thing is like this whole like drama thing is like it's stupid. And I watched a little, like got halfway through the video, and I'm just like I can't watch this video. It's just so stupid. It's just so stupid and unnecessary. It's like you're drawing attention to something that they themselves thought like, hey, I need to take a look at my life. And yeah, Chris is a dad, and I think they would say they identify as a dad to their child. Um, Even if like, they fully when over, like went fully transgender, and I think, I, Chris might, uh, but I don't think that it should be that big of an issue, and it should be a lot more supportive than it is. Because I mean, there's definitely a lot of people that are like, yeah, there's why is this being like, ah, oh, why is this being like so dramatic and like it's gonna destroy Mr. Beast? So it's not. It's straight up not. The dude made a video about like making like 1,000 people, like cure blindness in 1,000 people, like kind of like quote unquote Jesus like stuff. Like you're not gonna cancel him over his pal transitioning. It's not that, like, you have to try harder. You have to really try hard to do it at this point. He has to like basically he has to really pull a full Kanye to do that, to ruin his career. Like pull a full Kanye. And even then, like, people are still gonna like his content. I mean, I don't watch his stuff, but it is entertaining. I get it. I get his videos. I definitely do. I've watched a couple here and there. Some of the ones there, it's crazy. Some of the things that not only they put people through, but the stuff that he does too, like a whole like cane, like chocolate factory and stuff like that. And when he's like giving away cars and stuff like that, because I know he's definitely done that quite a few times. Like he makes sure that the person that's getting it, their insurance is covered, because like that can financially ruin someone. Like making sure all the stuff is covered and they're all right. They have a free car, and that's so cool because I think like other channels definitely don't do that. A lot of them don't. Like they give away a Ferrari or a Tesla, and then all of a sudden, like they can't. They're homeless because they can't pay the insurance or any of the things for that, and it's crazy. It's actually crazy. But that's besides the point. Uh, like you have to try hard to cancel him at this point. I don't think it will happen. Uh, I think Chris is, but focusing a little bit more on Chris. Uh, I think the way that they're dealing with it is, it's fine. It's natural. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. If they want to not do that, that's totally cool. Uh, and yeah, I mean, I have no problem with it. I really don't. In fact, like, again, like talking about some of the people that I know, one of the that are transgender, one of the doctors, or my friend from high school, they're technically their dad, their adopted dad, well, also now mother, or second mom, whatever, was one of the emergency doctors when my sister got into a car accident. It was kind of weird too, because like when my sister was in the hospital, it was like very early on in their transition. So like long hair, nails. It was just like kind of a little jarring. It's like she was like kind of like on like, on painkillers, so she was like kind of conscious but like not aware what the hell's going on. She just sees this like this dude with long hair and nails. She's like, huh. And I think I even met him at the time. I was like, yep, I totally see that. But no, they definitely transitioned over well. I don't know if they went full on, but I think so. But it's what they wanted to do. And I know like a couple other ones that I think I mentioned before. One of them was it's like a person I knew from the radio station when I was doing this as like a radio show. One of the station manage I don't know what's the station manager. I can't remember what their position was, but they were like, in the, like, I think they were vice president of the radio station. I can't remember, one of the students. Um, but that was basically their job. And right before right before the pandemic, I knew them as a dude. I just knew them that way the whole time that I've been at college. Get a message like when we're coming back to getting back from uh, that following August, and I get an email from the station saying like, "Oh, okay, me redacted." I should probably bleep that out. Bleep it out. Bleep it out. So the station. So we were talking about the station, and it's like, oh, they're who you knew as this is now this now, and it was different. It was definitely different. It wasn't jarring. It was just kind of like, huh, I didn't know this. Anyways, because there was like, I didn't expect it. Kind of like less than 6 months after like the pandemic really started, and I don't really know if it was anything that happened like before, if it was just because of the pandemic, or it was like other reasons before, or they were doing it like already kind of in transition. I don't really know their story. That's for them to talk about, and I should have probably been a little bit more of a kinder neighbor, because like I didn't see them that much. um like they were literally living across the street, and I didn't know this until like way later. Like I didn't know it until like way later, and I just saw my like Snapchat. I'm like, is that? No way. I didn't see them. Maybe like barely enough to be on like both hands. Like I didn't see her like almost ever. Not in like a mean way. But yeah, it's just said hi more. Yeah, but no, they're doing well. Definitely, she had a very good transition. Honestly, very good transition. Uh, she pulled it off well, very well, and she's she's definitely a lot more, definitely a lot more comfortable, because I can definitely remember thinking about it now, like their freshman year, my sophomore year. I could definitely tell that they're. It might have also been like with some of the people that we hung out with, is that like, or that I used to hang out with, or she used to hang out with, or did, or does. Uh, just kind of like really buddy, but like I could definitely tell that uh, she at the time was like kind of uncomfortable, but not in like a get me out of here situation, but like kind of like something about me doesn't feel right, and I don't like, and it's kind of hard to explain. Um, and it definitely like in the group, like, and I'm in a group chat with her as well, with and Snapchat was like some with basically a lot of the guys that I knew her from and hung out with. Um, and yeah, I'm very like I'm supportive of what she does, because like she's very cool, and I remember bringing some CDs. Uh, like right in the pandemic, I should have said hi, but like it was like right as the shutdown was about to happen, and I was grabbing my stuff like the day before shutdown was literally gonna take place. So chucked I basically put the CDs in, ran, because like you, I didn't really have time to say hi, and they were the only ones there. So I'm like, I gotta get going. I have someone that's waiting for me in a car. I can't really stick around. Um, but yeah, and then one of the other streamers that I gotta remember what their name is. I can't remember right off the bat. Hold on, I gotta find the following one. But uh, the other one that I used to that I know from college, she she was in the same program that I went into, and like the whole time I only knew it. I didn't even know that uh, she was she was trans. I didn't know the whole time. And you could have told me that she was, and I literally could not tell the difference. But she got the whole surgery down, down there, uh, not too long ago. I can't remember when, but I know she definitely posted about it, and it's very not only brave, but it's also very cool for her that she was able to get that she got to do it. You know, because like especially in the state of North Dakota, I don't think it was in North Dakota, but I think it might have been because like that's where a lot of the hospitals are. But no, real cool, like cool people, very cool people, and yeah, yeah. And I think from a Christian standpoint, I don't think it shouldn't also. That's another place. It should not be an issue. It really shouldn't be an issue. Um, and because no offense, the Bible changes a lot. And people don't really, it's like, oh, people, you gotta follow the Bible says, gays are bad and stuff like that. It's like, well, all of your traditions that you do now didn't exist in the time of Jesus Christ. You know that. They didn't. Listening to cathedral music really didn't happen till after the Baroque era, or at least whenever the organ was invented. And even then, like, making the repertoire and stuff like that, that kind of thing didn't exist for about over 1,000 years. So like, bruh, bruh, there's the traditions that we do now that would be seen as traditional, really aren't things that were in the past. And like even speaking about the scripture too, like it legit has changed because just recently it was discovered in the Vatican that there was like a quote unquote like another like quote unquote like book or chapter that was like taken out with like whiteout because in the time parchment was like kind of rare. So what they basically ended up doing was like whiting it out over and over and over again and rewriting the Bible. Obviously, like, and there's definitely changes in that kind of text and stuff like that. And even recently, with like, there's different interpretations and versions of the Bible. I can't. I literally was like gonna think about like ones that like versions that there are, but head empty. Um, head empty. I don't know why, but no, it's like there are definitely differences in what the Bible actually says, and I think things can definitely be changed. Like there's a lot of context that maybe 1,000 years ago this was bad, this is an issue, but now it's not. Because like there was a point where I think one of the big ones that I think I remember hearing about like on that topic was like we were told not to eat fish because back in those times, I think it was like in the Old Testament, in the times of the Old Testament, I can't remember exactly when, offhand, but fish was not safe to eat because of all the diseases that would be in the fish, and if you weren't cooking it, preparing it correctly, cooking it correctly, you could get sick and you can die. Like you get a disease like that, it's a death sentence. It could be very easily if you're not careful. So like, but now if you do get, that same thing, we have antibiotics. We have ways to calm it down. We have ways to treat it as opposed to back then, which is very very cool. So like things like that don't really matter. So it stands to reason why like things um like homosexuality, trans people, like trans rights and stuff like that is definitely going to change. I definitely can tell you that it's probably going to change, and I think the younger generation is definitely leaning on towards that, and it's really old hat nowadays. But yeah, I think from a religious standpoint, I think it shouldn't be an issue as well. That we should be supportive of our brothers and sisters, just be supportive of our neighbor and what they want to do. And everyone is our neighbor, whether we like it or not. So be good to people. That's the message of the thing. Just be good to people, be supportive. If someone's doing something that you don't like, just let them know. Yeah. I'm also trying to find the streamer that I'm thinking about, but I can't find them. I literally can't, but I know who they are. It's bugging me. It's really bugging me. I have to look. I have to really look. But they do stream often. I don't remember the last time they streamed though. I'm gonna just like do this. I can find my following ones. I'm gonna just mute that tab because I gotta find it. Like it's bugging the hell out of me. It's bugging the literal hell out of me, and I can't remember who it was. But yeah, end of the day, be kind to people, be supportive. Within your own rights, you're gonna have different ideas and stuff like that are not with other people, but we just gotta work. You gotta work through those things. Obviously, people have a different point of view, and that's fine. I cannot find it. If you're listening, I am trying to stall, and visually I am trying to stall, and I can't find them for the life of me. And it's kind of annoying. Where are they? Oh, Amber_CXC. All lowercase, Amber, AMBER_CXC. She streams a lot of the times it's Mario Kart, but she also got me into Hades. The roguelike game. Basically, it's Olympus roguelike, dungeon crawler. Oh, it's so fun. It's so fun. I'm glad they got me into that game. That she got me into that. It's so fun. And I can't wait for Hades 2, because that one's going to be great. I already know. Because I think I heard about it at the Game Awards last year, and I'm like, oh, this is so good. Supergiant Games is eating well. And you can tell. But yeah. I think I should probably change over to some Magic. Let's do some Magic. I haven't done that in a little bit. But yeah. I've gotten some stuff. So a new set is out, but I want to show like some dice I got. These are purple. These are all like a purple set. It's kind of a darker purple, but like in the light and whatever, you can't really see it. But it is definitely purple. I'll say that. But there's like a lot of weird ones too. So like I have, you have your traditional like D20, D12. But there's also like a D22, a D30, I think. I can't remember. There's a D100 in here as well, and a D60. But there's also a D4 without the little pointy thing. So I'm going to roll that to see how many packs of March of the Machines, the latest set that just is kind of coming out this week. So I'm going to see how many packs I'm going to open, and I'm going to do it the rolling way that I usually do. Like, I got to get multiple of, like, roll the same number twice. 4 packs. Alright, 4 packs. 4 set booster packs. It's going to be awesome. Hopefully I can pull something cool. Because, like, I recently opened a set booster box, and the ones that I got, the main mythics that I got from it were all, I got a good fair few, but the main, like, notable ones that I can think of right now, Elishnorn and Elspeth. So the first pack that I opened, it was separate from the set booster box. Elishnorn. I'm like, let's freaking go. I'm livid right now. That's awesome. And then the first pack that I opened in the set booster box, Elspeth. I'm like, sick. Hell yeah. And then like a little less than midway through the box, I open a pack, pull a full art Elishnorn. I'm like, God damn, that's awesome. And then right behind it was a full art Elspeth. I'm like, no way. It's crazy. And then later on, I got another Elishnorn. So I have 3 Elishnorns. I'm not a happy camper. If I keep pulling more of it, I'm gonna freak. I'm gonna scream. Am I mad about it that I'm getting one of the that I get one of those? No. I'm just like, there's other cards in this set. Alright, I got 4. Cool. But yeah. First pack. Oh, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. The art card is Elishnorn. I always say that I always say something like this, and then Mythic Lyric always pulls through. I don't know what the pack trick is, so I'm just gonna go right here. Because like the set booster doesn't the set boosters are just fucking weird. So Tandem Takedown, Surge of Salvation, Focus. Ichor Shade, Shatter the Source, Inspired Charge, Moment of Truth, Full Art Forest, a token, a foil Invasion of Kamigawa. I love it. I can't really flip it over without seeing the next card, so I'm gonna just like continue. Oh wait, no. Oh, Heliod, the Radiant Dawn. Cool. I love that one. Oh, I wanted this card so bad. It's a Jengatha the Wellspring. Um, basically, you can tap it to add Wooburg. This mana can't be spent to cost generic mana cost. So this is gonna be very good in a 5-color deck. I have a few of those in mind that I'm building right now. That's gonna be so good. Pair it up with Joda. I'm thinking very evilly. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be epic. Morphon. Oh. Next pack. That was a good pack. Honestly, I love it. Just for that one card that I was talking about. Love it. Absolutely. Alright. The art card is I think it's the commander from the Knights tribal deck. I don't know. So just gonna do that. Close enough. Glistening Deluge. Omen Hawker. Halo Forger. Mirren Bane Splitter. Bladed Battle Fan. Another Full Art Forest. That's crazy. Ooh, another Doomsday. I pulled one of these the other day too. That's crazy. Invasion of Amonkhet for the foil. That's kind of nuts. In the rare-ish slot. Oh wait. Glissa, Herald of Predation. Behind that we got Wrath, Weatherlight Stalwart. Another Vivian's Talent. I got that. I also got that one. Not a bad card. And then another Invasion of Amonkhet. Okay, cool. No, that's not as neat as the other one, but still pretty cool. Still pretty cool. All right, third pack. Gosh, it's a little corner that I can't get out. What the hell? What the hell is this? I don't even know what this is. It's like a demon. I don't even know. How about right there for the pack trick? Completed Huntmaster. Gift of Completion. I'm about to complete. Vanquish the Weak. Ichor Drinker. Blighted Bludgeoning. Full Art Plains. I don't know if it's supposed to be like all full art stuff. I don't know. Token. Foil Pirate Prankster. Oh my god. Invasion of Segovia. And then backside of it is Catus Sea Tyrant of Segovia. I don't even know what it is. It's one of those planes that was like we don't know what it is. I don't know. One that hasn't really been talked about. I don't know. Ooh, Saint Taft and Ren. Ooh, that's from one of the commander decks. It's a mythic. So that's pretty cool. Um, Not the most powerful version of Saint Taft, Geist of Saint Taft for sure. But it's pretty cool to get. All right, last pack. I already saw something I pulled, but whatever. Uh, I can't remember what this is. I don't know. It's like an angel just being badass. And then let's do right about here. And then we got a botanical brawler, a scrappy bruiser, Stormclaw Rager, Atraxas Fall, Eyes of Gataxias, Assimilate Essence, ooh, a foil Dimsel Backwater, Obliterate, yeah, from the list, a foil Aerial Boost. What is this? Oh yeah, more Bigormus and flip flop. It's mythic. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, draw a card. Then you may discard any number of land cards. When you discard one or more cards this way, it deals twice that much damage to target creature. And then one in a blue, you may put it into its owner's library, third from the top. It's pretty cool. It's not the most overpowered, but it's pretty cool. Oh, and Kruga, my macro sage, pretty neat. Pretty neat. You know what? One more. I can't get enough. You know what? Let's do this one. Let's do this one. I feel this one. I'm a sucker for opening packs. I'm a very big sucker for opening packs. The art card. Pretty neat. Let's get to right about I think right about there. Yeah. Because then I feel like I know that my rares are definitely not reversible. Maybe not. Invasion of Urgotha. Harried Artisan. Sandstalker, blah, 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 blah. Ravenous Sailback. Seed of Hope. Arkanoid Adaptation. Deadly Derision. Oh, a foil Thornwood Falls. Neat. And then a token. And then a foil Rada. Coalition Warlord. The rare. Knight Errant of Eos. Convoke. When it enters the battlefield, you may look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may view up to 2 creatures with mana value X or less from among them, where X is the number of creatures convoked to cast this card. Put the revealed cards into your hand, then shuffle. Rona. And the last card. Ooh, kitty. Kahira, the Orphan Guard. Love it. That's a pretty awesome. But I think that's enough magic. I need to. It's like I want to open more, but I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't, but that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. I gotta stop. I gotta draw the line at some point, and I think that's enough. I do like doing that though. It's so fun. So fun. Just the thrill of opening packs sometimes is very cool. Yeah, you may not always get your money back on them, but you know, the one time that you do, it's just like it's real cool. Hit it big, you get a card that you want, you know. And it's also good. And I think I like the idea of the set booster because, like, then I mean, if you don't get something that you want, there's a better chance. I mean, there's more chance of getting it, but also you're gonna get cards that you probably are gonna use eventually at some point. You don't know when, but at some point, those cards are probably gonna get used because you get more rares, more uncommons, and stuff like that that you know have better effects. and it's more about the collecting of it, especially for formats like Commander, that are more about singleton, like having a single copy of in a deck. It's a lot easier when you have better chances of getting those mythics, getting those rares that are hard to get, that people really want. But yeah, yeah. But some weed stories. I think one that I do remember very well, and it was back in college, my freshman year. We were hanging out in one of the guys' rooms. He was like kind of separated from like a bunch of the other guys. He was on like the floor that we were on. Like a lot of us guys that were in the arts department were all like on a single floor, but this guy was like the floor below on the jocks. Like all the football players were like there, and it sucked. Like if we ever wanted to go down there, like there were a bunch of big dudes definitely drinking on a dry campus. There are a lot of stories of that I do remember even when I was there, where there was beer in places that it shouldn't have been, and it traced back to them, or there was weed or some drugs or something like that that really should not have been there. Was because of them or someone from there. I'm not. I wish I was kidding. I really wish I was kidding. Uh, so, anyways, we were hanging out in this guy in one of my buddy's room in my buddy's room, and we're just hanging out there. I think we were watching Spy Kids 2, The Island of Lost Dreams. I don't remember why, and I don't know. I don't know. We were just watching it because we wanted to watch it. And then another one of our friends comes in with another pal of ours, and the other guy's a little bit older, but our buddy comes in. You can, like, we already could tell that he was stoned out of the bejesus. He didn't reek of it, but he was just, you could tell by, like, his eyes were just like, they were red, they were glazed, and he was just like, yeah, dude, like, man. He was definitely in that, like, the typical, like, stoner, but he was, like, a very productive guy, and he even said, like, he'd done it before, and he gets, like, really productive, and he got productive. Like, he was, like, coming up with, like, script ideas, because it was a film major, and uh, I think one of the ideas that he came up with was like this island, like in the middle of nowhere, but it was like basically I can't remember exactly what it was, but basically the premise is that it was another continent that nobody knew about, and it was actually pretty cool and a pretty good idea. And I can't remember the whole details, but it was like the secret continent or like the eighth continent. I can't remember what it was. It was really interesting. Um, but then one of the other stories that he told, and I think I still do remember having a video of it, is he was like talking about like he was talking about the invention of the nail gun, and it's a little funny too, especially so. So he's like, I think the nail gun was invented a long time ago. I think what the reason that they thought about making a nail gun is like they were nailing Jesus to the cross. It's just like he's yelling, he's screaming, so people like getting crucified, they were just yelling and screaming. They're like, God, there's got to be a better way to do this, and thus the nail gun was invented. It was definitely a moment that you had to have been there for, but it was just he's screaming, he's squirming. It's just like it's not going in immediately, It's just like there's got to be a better way to do this. The nail gun. Yeah, that was a funny time. Yeah, it was a very funny one. Uh, but living in the dorms too, like I think a lot of there wasn't. I don't think there was a lot that I knew of that people would really smoke. I know one of my other buddies definitely did do it a lot, but he tried to make sure that he vented because like if you're not ventilating stuff, you're gonna get caught. You're either gonna get caught or you're gonna set off the alarm, the like smoke alarm because yeah, and I think he definitely did that. I mean, you could smell it for sure, like down the hall, but like, dude at least tried. He tried to like mask the scent. Um, that's a big thing. Masking that scent. Uh, oh man, but I think he also did have a medical reason to do it, so he's more justified. But he definitely did a lot more than he was supposed to, you know. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but I think when I was a sophomore and I was living in more of like single person dorm rooms, I think the smoke alarm. I don't think once I was ever in the dorms when the smoke alarm went off, or like there was a smoke, a fire trail, which is cool. But I do remember when I was a freshman, there's one particular dorm room, or these two guys that were on our floor that would legit blow directly into the smoke alarm. Like they did this twice. And of course they got kicked out because, you know, they were doing just kind of just nasty shit anyways in the first place. And he was literally blowing, like doing like smoking weed and blowing it directly, or like juuling or whatever, and blowing it directly into a smoke alarm. It's like, fuck around to find out, dumbass. Like, what do you think was gonna happen? Not go off? You stupid. Um yeah, I, and then as we're like all getting out, because it could possibly be a fire, and no, like none of us knew, and I think it was at like 1 or 3 a.m. We're just out there, and it was like kind of like October, but not like very cold October. One of our buddies is literally out there. He wasn't wearing sandals, like he wasn't wearing shoes. He literally had to get out of the shower. He was barely like, I don't know how he wasn't like freezing his balls off. It was cold enough outside, that you had to at least wear something. And it was late enough that like you're like, I don't want to be cold anymore. I can't be woken up. I just want to go to bed. I remember getting out of my bed like half awake, just like going through the movements, and I think it wasn't until like I started getting out of the room and like down the stairs that I was like, God damn it, who was it this time? I think that's me and my roommate were like definitely like, why the fuck are we doing this? Like, this is stupid. Not because of like, and not because of like, oh yeah, we got to do it, but it's like, who's the idiot that set it off? And another reason that the smoke alarm would also go off is someone would burn their popcorn, either burn their popcorn or burn something in the oven, um, in the lounge oven, the big lounge oven. I should be more specific because there was only one oven in the whole dorm. The whole dorm. It was crazy. Or dormitory. At least that building. The other ones obviously, have their own server, whatever, blah 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 blah, kitchen. But yeah, that was definitely, yeah, that was a lot of the reasons that like those alarms went off. I think I was close to doing it one time, one or a couple, maybe, just by doing like making ramen or something like that, or popcorn. I'm not really a popcorn guy though, I don't really like eating popcorn. I'm Of course, like if I get, someone offers me popcorn, I'm gonna eat it. And once I start eating, I ain't gonna stop. I ain't gonna stop. That same thing with candy. It's like I'm not really a candy like kind of guy, like M&Ms or something like that. But if you get me in front of some and you offer me some and I start eating it, stop me, please. I am not gonna stop. Like I mean, I have some self control, but it's like, you better stop me before I go overboard. Because yeah, I go nuts. I go crazy when it comes to those, that sort of stuff. Yeah. Definitely a good moment to drink. I don't even think I've done any this whole episode. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm not opening another pack. I can't. I looked over. I'm like, the box is tempting me. I, I I can't. I can't anymore. No, no, no. No, no. I'm an addict. I need help. No, obviously, opening pack, like, I think I said it once and I said it again. Opening packs is basically gambling, but with at least it's gambling, but it's not, but you're getting something in the end, no matter what. You're getting stuff. But you're not, sometimes you're going to get something that's worth a lot, sometimes you're not. I think those packs, honestly, some of the cards are going to be very good. And some of the ideas that I have for some of the decks that I'm making, which I'm doing quite a few. Yeah. Just happy that I have people that support what I do with that. Cause yeah, I need to get out and play more paper Magic. I haven't done that in a long time. Or I haven't done that in a while. But like Commander I haven't played in a while for sure. Because that's the main format that I like playing. I haven't done that in a while. But well, what can you do? What can you do? And it's starting to rain again. That's nice. It's good because April showers bring May flowers. I also just read the third chapter of JoJo Lands. It's pretty cool. I like it so far. Um, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm trying to get my girlfriend into JoJo's, so it's just Bizarre Adventure. It's a process. Um, I tried, like, both my girlfriends. I definitely am trying to like push them to watch it because I find it to be a very good show, a very good watch. I think I have a lot more like personal connection to it and nostalgia based on the time that I've watched it and just some of the themes that come out of it too. I've gotten a lot out of it. And I don't want to say kind of like the Bible, you can get a lot of good interpretations and like messages and things like that and interpretations, and there's a lot of stuff there, that a lot of content that you can make things out of and interpret and look into and do analyses of. I think I might do like a video maybe about it, about some topics here and there, maybe in the future. But I don't know. I like it. Uh, I'm trying to watch some other animes too, but like, eh. I tried to finish. I have to finish Cowboy Bebop. I was watching it last summer. I think it was last summer. No, actually, it was like last October, and I wait. Was it two? Was it 2 years ago? Yeah, I gotta remember. It was technically 2 years ago. Wait, hold on. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. Not October of 2021. Yes. Yes. October 2021. I was watching it because I remember, because like I got to a certain point that when November came around, that's when we had to put down my dog, uh my childhood dog, Pikachu, and I just remember playing Space Lion like after I knew he was gonna go. God, that track goes hard. The whole thing goes, that whole album goes hard, or the music from that show goes hard. I just haven't finished it yet though. I think I have like 2 episodes and it's like a 1 hour thing, and then there's obviously the movie, which is kind of different, but I still need to finish it. um I might watch Chainsaw Man. I mean, I knew about, like, I knew about it like kind of when they announced it, but I haven't watched it. I heard it's really good though. um but other than that, eh, eh, yeah, I need to get into more stuff. I need time to do it. Like, I gotta get my ass just doing things. But yeah, I also need to. I'm also need to get a new podcast because like I'm caught up on all my podcasts. Like for the past couple of weeks, like I try to make sure that like I have enough podcasts to get through the week, or like when I'm driving and stuff like that. And whenever I'm doing like delivery driving, I have basically only 2 podcasts per. And I'm driving like 2 nights, so like I have 2 podcasts, and I don't know how I'm gonna space them out because I typically end up driving more than an hour uh each night. So I'm just like, I need something to fill the gaps. Especially these last week, I was like driving almost the whole time, which is crazy, or even past. But yeah, I need more like I need a podcast I need to listen to. Hey, maybe this one. Maybe this one. Maybe you could add this into your thing. Which if you want to watch me film this live, you can watch this on twitch.tv/Melted Original, or you can go to my YouTube channel where I post the VODs, minimally edited. Eventually into other things as well. But, again, Melted Lyric Original, all one word, capitalize the M in Melted, the L in Lyric, and the O in Original. And eventually I'll probably get the audio stuff working too, because like I need to get on that. I think my boss is trying to upload his he like recorded like kind of like a, I don't want to say he recorded like a podcast, not really a podcast, but like an audio show of like this cartoon that he made, idea that he made up years and years and years ago, and he just recorded it, and or like all the like story and whatever plot that he had, and he's trying to basically put it out on the internet, on like Spotify and things like that, SoundCloud, blah 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 blah. So I think eventually I might ask him like how he's gonna do that, or I can even I'll figure it out. I just need to get my ass to do it. Again, another thing I need to get my ass to do. But yeah, thank you to you guys, because I made a slick like, hey, that was actually very smooth, I gotta admit. But thanks to you guys for listening, watching, whatever you do. Thanks for being you. Thanks to the band Gradients for the use of the song "Used to It" off of the album "The Call." I miss my boys. I really do miss my boys, and I know they're gonna be smoking pot. I know they're gonna be smoking some good shit today. The day of our greenie savior, marijuana, 420. I know they're definitely gonna blaze it up, for sure, dude. I do miss them. I think they offered me last time to, smoke some weed. I was like, I gotta get up in the morning. I gotta go to church. I can't. The last time I was there. But I should probably visit them sometime soon. Or I don't even know what they're planning on doing next year. Because I know all of them are like will have been graduated college by about a month from now. Less than a month, I think. God damn. It's crazy. Time does fly. And I've been graduated for like over 2 months, 2 years now, almost. It's crazy. So yeah. So anyways, again, thank you guys for listening, watching, all that jazz, But just looking at the time, it's not midnight here anymore. So I'm gonna have to say goodbye. But it's midnight somewhere else. But until it becomes midnight here again, I'll see ya. Bye-bye.
Used to it.